Welcome back to Reading the Psalms. I'm Dan, and I'm going to read Psalm 129 today. Psalm 129 is another song of ascents. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth up. Let Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth up, yet they have not prevailed against me. The plowers plowed upon my back, they made long their furrows. The Lord is righteous, he has cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them be ashamed and turn backward, all they that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withers before it grows up, wherewith the reaper fills not his hand, nor he that binds sheaves to his bosom. Neither do they which go by say, the blessings of the Lord be upon you. We will bless you in the name of the Lord. The affliction in this psalm seems great and long-enduring. It seems spread out over time and over so many people. All of Israel is able to join together and sigh and cry out over a lifetime of affliction. Their backs have been plowed, which sounds like whips and cords have ripped their backs open. And yet it is righteous God who cuts these cords apart. The story of the psalm is a bit of a revenge psalm, isn't it? Does that make you feel uncomfortable? It does for me. Sometimes it really does. I feel uncomfortable reading things that sound like curses, and that's what this psalm sounds like. Should I think these thoughts? Who am I to curse or even to withhold blessing from somebody? I do know people who have wronged me. Should I sing this psalm about them? I have a hard time fitting that idea with the attitudes of love expressed by Jesus who said, love your enemies. But here's an idea in this psalm that can be helpful. Sometimes I do get angry. I begin to lose control. I want to reach out and I want to do something. I have my own judgment and I want to act on it. It's time for me to get my own. It's time for me to have my revenge. No, that's just not right. But maybe, just maybe, in those times if I read this psalm, I can ask God to take care of me and to take control over my struggles for me. Let's read Psalm 129 again and see it as a plea for God's help when we are feeling like we're going to lose our lives and lose it with others. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth up. Let Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth up, yet they have not prevailed against me. The plowers plowed upon my back, they made long their furrows. The Lord is righteous, he has cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them be ashamed and turned backward, all they that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withers before it grows up, wherewith the reaper fills not his hand, nor he that binds sheaves to his bosom. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. The judgment in this psalm, which does seem to come from God who is righteous, the Lord is righteous in verse 4. The judgment and condemnation, the consequences of their sins, seems to be fruitlessness and a life of vanity. They don't produce any fruit. They are withered grass. And the ending of the psalm in verse 8 makes it sound like one of the results that these wicked, oppressive, difficult people, one of the results that they receive is no blessings from anyone. And why not? If they've hurt so many, they're just desserts, right? And so we can call on God for that kind of help, to help us when we are feeling overwhelmed, when we don't know how to react to those who are causing problems around us. One more thought, one more thing to think about. This psalm is also a warning for me. If I like to act out in my power and act out in my aggression and act out with control, I need to realize what's coming to me in the end. I'm setting myself up to be living a life that will receive no blessing from others. There's a lot to think about in this little psalm. And it's encouraging to know that God is willing to help us when we feel like we might be losing control. that's the perfect time to reach out to God in song, that He will lead us. Well, thanks for listening, and I hope to talk with you again soon.